Hello everyone, I'm Alicia Brown, and I was in Mr. O'Neill's class last year, and he's one of the best teachers in math that I've ever had. I'm just saying. Anyway, I got a 5 on this year's EOGs, which is a step up from what I had last year. I got a 4 on my 7th grade math EOG, which I would like to say isn't my fault, because my teacher wasn't the best, but let's let that slide. I jumped up because I paid attention in class, and I had a relationship with like Mr. O'Neill, because if you're distant from your teacher, you tend to like dislike them, you don't want to listen to them more, and it just becomes a gross mess that you don't want. It's harder to pay attention, in my opinion, if you're too busy like, oh my gosh, I hate my teacher, she's the worst, or he's the worst. So a good thing is have a relationship with Mr. O'Neill and pay attention, do your homework, because you don't want any sentences, because those sentences are the worst, and I can tell you they are the worst. They are the worst. I stayed in through Healthy Kids. It's not fun. And I think overall, I just felt more, I guess, at home, you could say, in his class. If you just try to relax, try to pay attention, try to get in the right mindset, then you'll progress in the class. Listen, first of all, ask questions, no matter how dumb, no matter how many people have said that, because I bet a lot of people have said, oh, ask questions, but seriously, ask questions, they help. No matter how dumb you think you may sound, they will get an answer, even if he makes fun of you for it, but you will get an answer. Do your work on time. I know in middle school you may still have a little bit of leeway, like if you don't do your work on time you might have extra time, but if you really want to get the best grade you can, do your work on time and do it the best of your ability, so that you can stay on top of everything and you can know exactly what you're doing when you're doing it, and so that you're not lost, because there were many times where I didn't do my work and I was just like lost in class, like, oh yeah, I did the homework, I know what that means, but I really didn't. Anyway, I've always believed that I was good at math. I have been good at math since elementary school, and I've loved math. It's just sometimes I was just not confident in my abilities. Like, I believed I could do it, but then sometimes I'd take tests and be like, oh, this question was really hard, I bet I got it wrong. Or, oh, there's multiple choice thing that I just guessed on, I knew I got that wrong, so I got a bad grade. But usually when I had that mindset, those were the best tests I took. So just keep a positive mindset. Don't think negatively about your grade, because if you think negatively, like, you might even like bring your score down itself. It might have already been good, and then you just talking bad about yourself and not being confident may have lowered it because you didn't think you could do it, so you didn't do it. So just keep a positive mindset and always believe you can. And if you're struggling and if you truly believe that you can, ask for help. Don't sit confused. Maybe if you're too nervous, I don't know why you'd be nervous to talk to Mr. O'Neill because he's awesome, but if you're too nervous, like, ask a friend who knows what they're doing. Don't just sit confused, because there's times I sat confused and I didn't know what was happening in the lesson at all. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys love your class. You're going to. And testimonials, they help. No matter how much of you are like, oh, I don't want to do testimonials, they're boring. Well, they help. I'm going to tell you right now. Anyway, goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your school year.